two headset. Plug it in. This one is set top of the computer there.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Laguna Woods Lawn Bowling Club. We're here for the 2026 Southwest Open Women's Singles final day. And we're going to be showing a second flight semifinal between Janine Maddock and Kelley Lacey. Once again, our Southwest Division live streaming team got director producer Gary Barnes, cameraman Steve Narmontes. We have Sheila Conti, who's going to be roaming the greens, looking for. She takes a little curtsy here. So she'll be. We'll have a little bug that's on the website as well as in the upper corner, so you can keep an eye on the other games that are going on. And announcer Scott Roberts, and we have a special announcer here. Bowls USA National Umpire in Chief, going to help us out. Melanie Visner's here. Hello, Mel.
Hello, Scott. Thank you for the nice introduction.
Well, again, sorry to see you here in the booth, Mel, as opposed to playing.
Well, when I'm in the booth announcing, then everyone knows that I have probably not done well enough, but am enjoying myself anyway. Great games, great bowling. No complaints.
Yeah, so Janine and Kelley are just doing their first of two trial ends. I'm looking at, I'm guessing Becky Rinaldi's going to be doing the marking. At least she's doing it now.
Yep. Janine Maddock hails from the PIMD. I'm not sure exactly which club is her home club up there. And then Kelley Lacey is here from Laguna Woods.
And both these ladies are relatively new. Janine just finished being a novice, so she's about 2.5 years in, and Kelley is just finishing her still a novice, so she's about, I would say, a year and a half, just shy of being 2 years in.
For anyone who's already listening and is anticipating getting their umpire's corner, Stumper tomorrow. It will not be there. Um, Jackie Hogan, who helps me with it and inserts the photos or the pictures and all. We're both here at this tournament, and well, I just didn't get to it before I started bowling. My apologies.
I think we've took advantage of the break, Gary and Steve working on getting everything up and running. So I think we might have our picture-in-picture working. Hopefully have my telestrator working. And I know you guys get everything working and it's all good to go and we're ready to go. We go live and 5 minutes in, something goes sideways. But got to work it now and hopefully it stays that way. This will be a little tricky. Got to keep an eye on things here because both these ladies' bowls are kind of close in color. Kelley's got these bowls. She's kind of more of a darker blue. While Janine's has kind of got this two-tone green and blue stripe. I'm in between about whether to use my sunglasses or not. I was getting so good at putting my headset on and not cramping my dot, and I forgot again. I was like, why did my head hurt? At least I know the cause. So there were 20 ladies that entered the Southwest Division Open Women's Singles. Yesterday there was 14-in games. The top 8 made it to the championship flight. The next 8, 9 through 16, were in the third flight, and the final 4 were out. And then today the third flight was single elimination. And the first flight for the people who lost dropped into the second flight. And that includes these two ladies here, Janine and Kelley. So very similar to what we've been doing for the Southwest Division for years now, and what we've done for the fours and the pairs previously. So
God, when I was first learning to bowl and going to tournaments, it took me so long to understand where second flight came from. I would go look at the charts and I would see this championship and then third flight and fourth or whatever. And then the second flight would all of a sudden show up.
it just appeared magically.
It just appeared magically, yes. Took me forever to figure it out.
Where do these people come from? Oh, Becky's coming in.
There we go.
All right. Just getting a little discussion with Becky, who is the is going to mark this one. I was thinking we were going to have John again since he had everything wired in the first game, but that would be too easy. Teach somebody else how to do it. All right, so this game will be to 18 points. And Janine will be going first. Janine was actually lost to Ann Nunes. She was actually up on her, I think, 14-10 before Ann just came on fire and didn't lose another end. Beat her 18-14. So here's her first bowl. Not too bad. About a yard short or so. And Kelley's first. Yeah, a little short there. Might be about 2 yards short there. It's really nice here by Janine.
There it goes. Through by a little bit.
Kelley lost to Dee McSparron on her first match today. Needs to try and avoid her own and maybe add a couple yards here. Yeah, good weight. Just kind of an overcorrection on the line. You see that a lot. Janine's probably holding a couple here. Something similar. Very close
Very
here.
nice bull.
Very, very nice. 3 now. Put a lot of pressure on Kelley early. Opting to stick with the same hand here. Not going to be enough grass. Weight's pretty good. Just a little heavy. Well, okay.
These rinks are taking a lot of grass, even for narrow bowls. Very wide.
It's like Janine might be opting to have a little cover. Yeah, get a little something in the back just in case on that side. Opted to just keep the 3. He's got to get within a couple feet here to take a shot. Main thing is the grass. Oh, I think she's taking some weight off. I don't know if this is going to get there.
And she still needs to. take a little more grass.
Yeah. Short 2, so I think it's going to be a. Looks like it's going to be 3 for Janine in the first.
Kelley is off to Australia here pretty soon. I believe she and her husband are going to play in the Australian Open,
Oh,
along with several other players here.
3 it is for Janine. 3-0 after the first end, going to 18 points in the second flight semi. Thanks for joining us, or whenever it is that you're watching this. If you haven't subscribed already to our channel, we'd really appreciate it. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And also, in addition, if you turn on notifications, then you get a little pop-up that'll let you know when we go live again. Might be a good time to do that now if you want to catch the championship match. That way you'll know what it is, because with singles especially, no idea how long these matches are going to take. Could be an hour, could be 3. So if you want to make sure that you see every end, then drop a subscription and turn on that bell so you can get the notifications, and helps us out as well. Right, Janine with a strong 3 in the first. Kind of going to this medium long here, just kind of mad up a little and jack a little short. Pretty good opener, a couple feet. Just for kicks, I think I missed it. I'm going to get a time on this. It's usually about 15 seconds or so, I think. This is a little long for the official, but I'll get a general idea. Good weight there by Kelley, still fighting the line. Oh, Janine wasted no time. She's maybe 2.5 yards through. Nice
There
pull
she
there.
goes.
Nice pull there by Kelley. She wants to. Well, a good opportunity for a jack or bull shot here. Just try and play it. Oh, this looks very heavy. There's one way to do it, but she might lose this bull. Better that than short, though. Yeah. Go on a limb and say it's about 15. Same bull here, Kelley. Yeah, pretty close to it, anyways. Close enough to make it 2.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Wonder, yeah, Jenny's going to have a look-see because that might be right in her way. Let's see if we can get the pin out here. So she could stick with the same hand this way and go all the way around and come to this bull. That's an option. The main thing is she just has to navigate this. That would probably be the better way, but she could get away with coming underneath and cutting it down. Or she could switch and she's just got the clean draw. Or even coming across and get to this bull. Yeah, she could hit that, but that probably won't make it get in. So I think she's
Great
opted to
forehand.
switch over here and going for the clean draw rather
Mm-hmm.
than trying to navigate that bull. Not far away here, huh? Just turning late, pushing that bull up. Needs more. Oh, I think
She may have
might,
just drawn shot.
yeah, might have needed that last revolution to get in for sure. Now it's kind of close. Can't really tell. Kelley's having a look from both sides. I'm sure we'll see Kelley going to this way. She's got her own that she could use. And she played it twice, just trying to slide under her own. I mean, she could go the other way if she wanted to, but the fact that she's just been playing this hand and really has got it down for the last two is kind of encouraging to stick with this. Just a little heavy there. All right. Well, we'll see. Don't know if they're going to get the tape. Usually when people are walking around, you figure they get the tape. So, well, we got a minute. Big thank you to Arrow Bowls USA for the use of their tent and their sponsorship all season long. This measure brought to you by Arrow Bowls. Thank you, Arrow Bowls, for the use of your tent, keeping us cool, equipment cool, keep us out of the sun. It's much appreciated. Thank you to Arrow Bowls USA. Same line every time. All right, looks like Janine did have the shot. To the measure, she'll go up 4-0 after 2. So if you look at our little bug, this is what Sheila's working on in the upper corner here. You can see all the other games that are going on here. The championship flight games is Ann and D here on 3, and Giulia and Pat on 6. Then we got a couple second flight games, which is on this is second flight in 2 and 7, and then the third flight in the middle. So it shows you everything that's kind of going on now. Janine with another good bowl. Good start again. Here's Kelley. How'd you find the pace out there, Mel? A little bit better than Newport, I would think.
Yes, the pace is, it's so fast. It's hard to keep the jack on the green. You feel like you barely let go of it and it just runs all the way to the end. I don't know that any of us are choosing to have long jacks. I think that's just where it's going.
A pretty good opener by the ladies. And a nice cover for position there.
I did enjoy the pace of the green, though. Made it very easy to play long or short without any effort.
Yeah, I think it's a lot less strain on the body too.
Yes.
I just know when I've played and it's a very slow green, it just feels like work. And Kelley kind of got off her mark there. Not the best. Has pretty decent weight with her too. Just keep the same weight here and try and get another one in. Pretty sure she's holding one. This is very nicely done here. Very nicely done. Only
It
in
was
for
Janine.
2. Yeah.
I think you said Kelley. I think Janine's holding, isn't she?
Yeah, Janine's got 2. Yep.
Yeah.
I said Kelley. It's my mistake. Kelley's him now. Want
Yes,
to be all the way up.
Gotta get up there.
Need to be all the way up.
It looks like a pretty good road. Is it?
Yeah, looks like she's right in line, but she's multiple yards short though.
Once you find the line, your weight is so much easier.
All right.
At least that's how it works in my little brain.
Janine looking to just do the same thing. She doesn't want to be heavy and narrow. Jack movement does not help her here. Because that bull there, don't want to be heavy and narrow when you're holding, and this is why. Yep. Now she's giving it away to Kelley. And especially in a situation when you're up 4-0 and holding 2. And now just like that, you've turned it over. Really had no business. I mean, it's one of the things I try and teach my students is know how to miss, and then don't be heavy and narrow. It's actually a drill I have in one of my classes. Run a string up the center line, and then put the bowl kind of put a bowl like say a yard out to the side, and then you have the string, and then you're trying to draw and not cross the string. So if you beat the bowl, then you get a point.
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, Jimmer. So for Henselite here is just showing us off Team USA. He's got bulls for Man Nunes with the red, white, blue stripe. Those are nice. It's got a little heft to it too. Yeah. Jim Weishaupt from Henselite USA. Just kind of doing a little flyby here. So with red, white, and blue bulls, I think those are going to be like the Team USA colors. So he was showing those off. So did Kelley even roll her bull, or did she just come up very short? Yeah, she just took the point. I thought she might. It was looking pretty dangerous there. So, but she'll get on the board, and now Kelley gets to pick her length that she wants to go. Again, this really can turn on a dime. We saw that earlier today when Jackie something very similar. She was holding up 10-0 and holding, and then came a little heavy and got an unfortunate break with a bounce, and all of a sudden put Inger on the board, and Inger went all the way back, came all the way back to win it. But Kelley makes a little mistake here by not taking advantage of having the mat. So now we'll see Janine, I'm sure, play it back to where she's been playing it.
Did she, I didn't spot that. Did she go out of bounds or did she go in the ditch?
Too short.
Oh, too short. Hmm. They measure it?
It looked like she got the jack just barely to the hog line, and they had the mat up a bit. So
Oh, okay.
anyways, I think that's a good drill when I was talking about earlier about not coming across the center line. It's just
Yes.
running
Yes.
a string. I just see it sitting here in this chair in this booth. I've seen it at least once a day. Not that people come heavy and narrow, where they come heavy and narrow and it costs them. And it costs them something. Either they give up points or they've give it away like we saw there.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's knowing how to miss, and that's one of the things that's good to try and practice. So all right, well now Janine's rolled the jack, kind of very close to what she'd been doing before, as you would expect. And Kelley's going to have to try and match it going first. Pretty good opener here, about 4 or 5 feet through. Janine with her first. Again, she's got the weight. All right, this is a good test for both of these ladies. Let's see if Kelley can just take a yard off. I think is a good thought. Just take a yard off. Yeah, this is very well done here. Beautifully done. Beautifully done by Kelley Lacey.
Oh, nice bull, Kelley.
All right, Janine's probably going to be a little more forceful here. She being down one, she wants to make sure she's all the way up. Does it get all the way up here? That's all right.
Nice bull.
Yeah, not bad. It's good in for two. I mean, in for second, but she would be better off being a yard through, especially being down in the head. It's an interesting choice here for Kelley. She's going to try and stick with the same hand. She'd probably get around this bull with this being a yard out, but she's not going to risk it. I think going to switch over to a forehand here. Yep. Just going to take the open hand. She does have a little catcher in the back. She doesn't, because Janine doesn't have anything behind, she doesn't have to worry about being heavy and narrow here. And something behind. Good for Kelley.
All right. Yeah.
I wonder if Janine's going to switch because she might be in her own way. Nope, sticking with it. Better weight there. I mean, at least she was through. Should be best back. Not sure at the moment who's got second. Don't have a great angle. Definitely room to get a second one in for sure. See if Kelley makes a good adjustment again. Looking really good here. Looks really good. That's in for two.
Oh, nice bull, Kelley.
So two in the
Really
book now for
nice.
Kelley. All right, see what Janine's up to here. See if she's just going to stab at it. Yep, just kind of needs a little more weight for that line, I think. So Kelley will get two at least, and I think they'll look at the third. Just two. But she cuts the lead from 4-3 now. So I know that my wife Linda and I have been doing clinics across the Southland. We're actually doing one at Oaks North on Saturday.
Oh, didn't know.
I think we've got about, last count I heard was 18 or so signed up. For an intermediate clinic. All right, see if Kelley's kept the mat, I think, a little close to the tee here. We're on the 2 meter mark, so she's looking to try and just get past the hog.
I saw that. I think you sent it to me. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And did it this time. Obviously, something very different. I would like to think that Kelley, this being her home club, is and out here practicing very regularly, that she would have a good idea of what it is that she's wanting to do. Should have a nice, comfortable pace. That something she practices regularly. Play to your strengths. Practice your weaknesses, but play to your strengths. And she's come up a couple yards short here, I think. And here's Janine now.
Yep, nice bull. I don't know how far short it is, but
Probably about a yard, I would guess.
okay.
All right, see if Kelley can make her correction. Needs probably a couple yards. Playing through that bowl will be okay. Yep, got a nice little deflection to slow it down.
Bull. Wow.
Use it as
Perfect.
use it as like a wing bowl. Don't know if she touched. Looks like it's just behind though.
She must not have. Becky isn't moving to chalk it.
And Mark Becchiarinelli's right there, so she could have said whether it was a touch or not, and I don't think it was. Good effort here by Janine. I like that shot a lot. She already had a second, so she was just trying to be a little forceful, positive. Hit a roan or hit the bull or the jack. Kelley, probably the same bull would be good because that should miss
Mhm.
that bull in front and finish just behind.
And she knows that it will. She just did it.
She just added a lot, which is okay. Just keeping it honest in the back here.
Yep.
Needs a little more on the draw this time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, but still one for Kelley.
Don't touch that ball.
Yeah. I mean, here she just really did want movement. I mean, there's nothing in that quadrant, so not so dangerous to be heavy and narrow. The main thing was just not to move that jack away. You're pretty close. It's just kind of lonely. Janine tries to stab again, but doesn't get anything. Not sure how close. I'm guessing it's just one. Kelley did finish reasonably close there, but Becky's already headed to the board, so probably just going to be the one here. All right, Kelley's knotted up at 4 with a nice bull there. Again, 4-0, and a lot of this turned. Janine went heavy and narrow and gave the point to Kelley and opened the door. Let's see what Kelley does this time. Pull the mat up a bit. So that's one of the other things is, especially on artificial, if you're out here and you can know what every rink is, there's a chance to know where there's flat spots or any kind of imperfections. And that goes for any green. But especially on an artificial, when there are imperfections, they don't really go away.
No, and there's no laser leveling of a carpet green either. Which you
Yeah.
can do on grass.
Yeah, you're pretty much stuck. You can't really fix it. You could stretch it, and that's about as good as it gets. But you're not, that's a process. You're not doing that. Maybe you do that once a year. Good opener here by Kelley. So the point is, if you know, you could find out all the imperfections if you wanted to go through the effort. All right, Janine's first. Solid opener by Kelley, but Janine's a little short here. Right. A little short there. A little bit of an overcorrection. Kelley really didn't need to make a correction. I mean, she was yard through, probably good enough just to do the same thing, but trying to make a correction and just overdid it.
Well, Janine may. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a nice
looks like
pull here.
she's going to do it.
Very good by Janine there. That's shot now. Maybe a foot and a half short. Definitely one.
In a moment here, I'm going to close off my mic here for just a few minutes. Be right back.
Here's Kelley's third. A little short.
Can't see the screen.
Right. Janine's going to try and roll it around here. Get another one in. Just needs to beat that back one. Just a little heavy. It's good effort there. So still just one. Fourth bowl to come for both of these ladies. Right. Kelley's going to stick with the stick with her backhand here and see if she can come up and play through her own bowls or get to the jack. She's a little short again. The 3 short ones here. She's got a lot of seconds. But... All right, chance for a free throw here for Janine. Just needs to get one within a yard. That should be good enough. Just want to make sure she's around the front 2 on the clean hand. Don't be heavy and narrow. Oh, she got away with it. Good bowl, though. Had good pace. So it should be 2 as Janine will get back on the board. Go up 6-4. Thanks for those of you who are watching and got the comments. The Reggae Rollers. And also one of our regular viewers, Tim Adkins, new Bowls USA certified coach out in Oxnard. And he was there for a clinic that we did a few weeks ago out at Mackenzie Park, as well as got his coach certification. First certified coach ever at Oxnard. Thanks, Tim. All right, Janine, pulling the mat up a little bit, kind of back to what she's doing, kind of trying to get to this. We don't really like the good grass of least traveled, so a couple yards up and a couple yards short of the tee. Again, playing to 18 points, and we're 6-4 here after 6. You can see the other scores going on. The championship flight is on 3 and 6. We'll have the championship match next. So if you haven't subscribed, good time to do so and put on the notifications so you can find out when that's going to start. Right now, Ann's up 9-2 over Dee McSparron, and Giulia's up 2-1 over Pat Binnie. That's the championship flight. You can see it on 3 and 6. All right, Janine, a little bit off there. Opens the door for Kelley. All right, both ladies a couple yards through. See how the corrections go. Who's going to make it first and best? Pretty good there. Pretty good pull there.
Next time, everything's all up there except the bakes and the mats. Just number 7 to go into it. Okay, guys, see you next time.
And here's Kelley. And a little bit of an overcorrection there. A couple yards through to a couple yards short. With a much better correction. Now Janine, just same thing. Oh, Mill's back. Buys her on head.
Yeah. Oh, yes. This much better
Look
for
at
viewing
this.
screen. Look at
What a
that.
bowl.
What a bowl.
And again, just I like the corrections. Like first one, okay, was an off, but you get an idea. Then she like halved the distance. She didn't overcorrect. And then she made another similar correction to get right on the shot. And now she's in much better position. Say Kelley would have been much better served, even though she has a line with just taking a little bit of weight off and then a little bit of weight off. And she took, now she's got the line, but her weight's just kind of a bit all over the place. Janine just wants to do it again, holding 2 here, looking for a third. Running into that'll work. Well, this isn't terrible, kind of guarding those 2 balls back in case Kelley is trying to stab at it, and with it being a front toucher, Kelley might have been trying to kind of stab and just dislodge it there. Now I think she'd be better served to just kind of be on the draw, at the very least cut it to 1. The A+ shot would be to hit the ball and just kind of rest it out and sit. But beating this ball would be okay.
Not
It
sure.
fell the wrong way. Interesting to see who's holding. I mean, if it's 2 or not, rather. Janine's going to score again.
They're going to measure.
This measure brought to you by Arrow Bowls USA. Thank you for your sponsorship and use of the tent, Arrow Bowls USA. Arrow Bowls, the same line every time. So it did look like it's 2 for Janine. So stretches out her lead to 8-4, laying 18 points in the second flight semifinal. And I like that Janine is not really wasting any time with the jack rolling. She knows exactly where she wants to put it. And she's been very consistent with the mat. Just kind of, it's one of the things I think it's helpful for your team, especially in singles, is just kind of stay on a rhythm. Just keep the pace going. And when you're playing well and you're getting more bowls in your opponent, just keep the pace going. Pull that mat, put it where you want. Don't need to do a lot of time with, well, what's 2 plus 6? And just get the mat down and roll the jack, get your first bowl, and keep that feel going. Yeah, good line, couple yards through. And Kelley's first.
Looks like it'll drift in for
Yeah,
shot.
that's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Just behind.
See if Janine can make another nice correction here. Yeah, pretty good there. Really good there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's shot there.
All right, Kelley. Take a little weight out. Draw the jack.
See how this goes. Looks pretty
She
good.
may have done it.
Great bowl, just a
Oh,
little unlucky.
well, we know that it's probably going to be held to 1 when I'm out there playing. I said, well, at least if I go down, I'm only going down 1, more than likely.
And both ladies are probably put now. Janine really would like to get another one in there. She could just do the same bowl that she just did. And that's what she tried to do, just a little short. Kelley could be a little more forceful. She doesn't have anything behind. And she'd love to just get a little action on the bowl. Short doesn't help her being down one. It really needs to be all the way up and into this. Yeah,
She had a good line going, just a little short.
interesting. She hit that bowl in front, but the bowl in back moved.
I didn't pick up on that.
The bowl in back fell over. I'm pretty sure that Janine's still holding, but
Come down and look. Come down and look, Kelley.
or just ask.
Or just ask, yeah.
I mean, don't know if they noticed that it fell over. Guessing Janine's still holding. We don't have a great angle. Becky would know for sure. Just pop her head in. Let's see if Kelley can make it all the way around the corner and just kind of crack the egg here. She's not far away.
It's fine.
Oh, just
Oh,
a touch short. Well, pretty sure Janine's holding one, but look at Steve with the camera work.
well, they're taking a look.
Yeah, they're not sure. When it was standing up, because I think Kelley's bull hit the jack, obviously, and I think it hit Janine's bull, and then enough time it just fell over. But the fact that both of them don't know,
Call for an umpire.
somebody should have been looking.
Well, there's no time limit, so.
Wonder if we're going to be asking for a measure here. They're both eyeballing it, and I don't know why they haven't. It's either start and measure or standing around. It's not going to change anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're looking for an umpire here.
Okay.
And Jackie Hogan is going to take a look. I was pretty sure Janine was holding. And then I think her bull fell over and maybe out. Just again, but it was like two bulls afterwards. So, ooh, you're trying to be sneaky again. Director is trying to do an overlay. This measure brought to you by Aero Bowls USA. Aero Bowls USA, same line every time. Thank you again for your continued sponsorship. Aero Bowls. If you're interested in sponsoring and getting these wonderful reads, we would love to have you on board with our team here. So you can see some of the other scores. Look in the upper corner here. So on the championship flight is looks like Ann's up to a really strong lead here, 12-2 over D. McSparron. Giulia Gallo, and they got a little bit of a late start, and she's up 3-1 on Pat Binnie. So those are the two semifinals in the championship flight. The other second flight match should be Joanne Hedgepeth up 4-3 currently over Susie Houston. And then our two third flights are in the two middle rinks. Mary Speece over Nancy Santos 3-1, and Inger Benson over Joan Robbins 5-3 early on.
Janine gets the point.
So Janine does have the point.
So for those of you who are watching the umpire action here, the bull that is shot is pushed away from the jack, much like when you determine who has shot among a group of bulls, you take the bull out of the head. You don't push it closer to the jack. And so you follow through with the same idea when you have the umpire. So they will push away the shot bull. Just a little tip from your national
All that
umpire in chief.
ITO training. All right, Janine halfway there, gets to the 9. 9-4 now. 5 points in the last 3 ends here. Kelley getting a little unlucky on that last one. But, it's to Janine's credit for having good position bulls. Kind of starting long and then coming back from there. She's pretty long here, though. She's about 3 yards through. Good opportunity, door open for Kelley.
Well, this looks
Pretty
it's
good
pretty
here.
straight.
Just a touch short, but maybe at most a yard. Prefer to be a yard behind with that first one, but All right, see if Janine can keep making these great corrections. Yep, very good. Very good again.
Yeah, very nice.
I mean, Janine's first bowl has been kind of whatever, but her second bowl has been really good, really consistent. Everyone's been within a yard, I think, after her first. Have a little discussion because Kelley's looking for the distance here to see what she's going to do. I mean, this might be in her draw line. She could probably come off of it if she wants. But I think she's going to stick with this and come through her own bowl here.
That would be my choice if I was bowling.
Yeah, just narrow it up, out of your.
Right.
Yep,
There she goes. Let's see.
going to go right through.
Too far.
Pretty good weight, though. Janine could use to get another one in. I think a good thought for Janine would just be to add a yard here.
She doesn't like it, I don't think.
Yeah, she's very heavy. She's back with her first one and maybe even in the ditch. Yep,
It's in the drink.
way too hard there. Kelley's going to try again. Right between the two would be a winner. Or she could try the same weight and just kind of take a little more grass and try and push her own up. Yeah, kind of in between the two. She kind of was on draw weight and just happened to hit her own. So Janine's still holding. All right, Janine gives it back her needs to get back to her first one. It's a really good bowling too that she very much overcooked there.
This guy's
Yeah, this is very good here. Yeah, very well done there. It's gonna send Kelley for a look. All right. Well, let's see. Well, if she played the same bowl, she'd probably be right because she moved this bowl, she moved it over. So she could probably do it again and she'll probably be right through and clean. But that's probably not going to look very good. She could hit either one of these bowls with a little bit of weight. They're both laying down. When it's laying down, not on its running surface, then you need a little more pace in order to promote it and get it up because she wants to push it far enough to beat this bowl. So get it somewhere in the circle here. So she could probably play it with she wants promotion, try a couple yards of weight and see, say this kind of weight and either one of these bowls should be enough to push it in or even come off of this one and go in. Even coming off this one might get to that bowl too. So yeah. So I think that was good weight. She just kind of missed her line. See that she was ended up right on the center line with this weight. It's not terrible, but she really needed to be kind of over here as the target and to finish here so that the path would be through here. Instead, she took this path was all the way around when she needed to hit one of these bowls. So by going all the way around, she didn't get anything. But the weight, I mean, that weight's very good for that shot. It just needed to be a little tighter. She needed to be in the, finishing back in here so that she could hit one of these two bowls with that weight. So they're going to maybe think about the second one or all of them, I guess, since they haven't taken anything out. But Janine's probably going to score again here. This measure brought to you by Aero Bowls USA. Thank you again to Aero Bowls. You just like hearing me say that, Gary, don't you?
I do.
Looks like it's two for Janine. So she'll go up 11-4, her fourth end in a row.
And as we all saw, as the shot bowls were determined, they were shoved out and away from the jack.
Spoken like a true umpire.
Gary just said, spoken like a true umpire.
Right. Well, a little shorter here this time, I think. See if, and Kelley seemed to be liking it a little shorter. So Janine was kind of like a couple yards up and a couple yards short of the tee. This is more like 4 or 5 yards short. This is kind of more in the range that Kelley was trying to play. So let's see if that makes a difference here. As Janine's rattled off 4 ends in a row. And again, Janine's first bowl has been a little bit of a kind of an educated guess, but she's been making great corrections.
Yeah, that is for sure. Seen many of those. All right, Kelley. See what you've got in store for us.
Yeah, wide open for Kelley.
Looks awfully good. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a good opener there. Can I don't know if this jack link's going to cost Janine. Let's see. See if she can make another great correction. Well, it's not going to be with this one, I don't think.
All about the weight on this one.
Yeah, weight's pretty good, but which is what she's been correcting well, but she forgot to add a little bit with the line. So I think Kelley's probably still holding. It doesn't need to do much different. Just a micro adjustment here.
Lovely
Yeah,
bowl.
very good here.
Lovely
Very,
bowl.
very good there. That's well done. And because she started off behind, she's got great position now.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, this is trouble is right.
Oh, Janine, what a shot.
Wow. Okay, Kelley.
What a shot.
Might I suggest?
Beautiful. I wonder if Kelley's going to stick with the same hand. It'd be better. She'd probably be better off playing the other hand
I
here.
agree. I agree. A forehand shot to remove the shot bowl.
But she seems to, she has played that hand pretty well, and she could execute it from here. It's just going to be harder. Yeah, let's see. She came up a little short. See, because this bull, again, we have the jack and then a bull in front. If you hit the bull, then it's just going to drive it into the jack. And so that's why when it's set up like that, you're better off coming this way. That way you can hit the, again, we'll do the setup again. That way if you hit the bull, you sit here and the bull goes out, or you pick up the jack and you go with it. Either of those are a win. Here you're just kind of driving it, and the profile is much narrower of what you need to hit. So that's why when you see people ask, is it short behind? It's like, what's kind of the profile that you're trying to hit? Janine's almost kind of covering for that for Kelley to do it.
She would anticipate Kelley to want to do that.
Yeah.
But Kelley's sticking with her hand. All right.
Yep.
Well, let's see what she does.
She really needs to hit it with some force. I mean, for this hand, really all you're trying to do is pump that bowl out. It's about all she could accomplish from here.
Just gonna miss it.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hand. I could understand if you were down a couple, but the fact that she already had at least 1 second, it was very low risk to come the other way. But it's one more for Janine with a nice little chop lie shot. The other thing is when you have, I'll draw it again, when you have the jack and then you have a bull like this, what's the profile you're trying to hit? See, if you're going in this direction, here's the profile. If I want to hit jack or bull, it's like this. But if I'm going this way, now if I hit this or this, anything in here, this is a much bigger profile, a much bigger window to try and get than what you have here. That's why when you have this setup, you don't want to, this is not the way you want to go. You want to try and go this way because you can, I mean, how are you going to miss? You could hit this bull in several ways or hit the jack, and that's all good. Here, you almost got to hit the bull through. You got to really hate the hand and love the other hand to the point where you just feel like you can't miss in order to try it that way. So it's one more for Janine. She goes up 12-4 now, taking a pretty comfortable lead. Yeah,
Yes.
6 away from advancing to the final. Again, as we said as the opening, I think Janine's just getting. They played with each other before. They're both looking for partners, and Janine's just finished her noviceship, so she's just over 2 years, and Kelley is still a novice. So both these ladies are keen and good bowlers, and still kind of in their infancy in this game. Janine back to kind of her length of a little bit longer here. See if Kelley can find it first. It's a good opener
Looks
here.
good.
Really good opener here by Kelley.
Well
Very,
done, Kelley.
very
Well
nicely
done.
done. Again, we still get the profile here. Again, the same thing. If you, again, look at it. If you're trying to go this way, what is you're trying to hit? You'd have to hit the jack or the bull. But now if I go this way, visualize it again. You've got anything through this gap is good. You could hit the bull or the jack coming on this forehand, coming in this direction. So, and any of those are good. The main thing is Janine wants to make sure she's all the way up and through, and she's not far away here. It's very close. Very close. Really good second. I think you'll see Kelley sticking the same hand. I agree. Just needs to be kind of into the little pocket here. Again, similarly, she doesn't want to go this way to hit the jack and have it go across. Much better for her to come in here and just kind of sit in this little pocket in here. That's good. Or even float it already behind.
Oh.
Any of those are good. Hell, a drag on the jack would have been excellent too, but
either way.
she happened to put it all the way in the ditch. See if Janine can make another great conversion here. Down one.
I don't see what I'm reading.
So Janine's asking for what the weight was of her last, and she's jack high, so really doesn't really need to change her weight, but she definitely needs to be a little narrower. Coming in nice here. Again, coming on this profile, can hit the bull, either the bulls or the jack. What a draw. What a beautiful draw.
What a draw.
And what an adjustment. She was, had the same exact weight and just pulled it in. Just very well done. Kelley's got the right hand this time, looking to be nice and through and hit that bull or the jack here on this hand. She's not far away either. Not far away either. No. Oh, man. Great shot. Nearly leaned that thing out of there. Wow. Good effort there. Great bowl by Janine, but actually, last four very good by both of these ladies. I thought she was going to just kind of roll that one out for a second, but it just kind of fell over. So the winner of this game will play the winner of the Joanne Hedgepeth Susie Houston game for the second flight championship. Janine holding one right now. One bowl each to come. She can afford to come on this hand and have a little jack move. It's pretty safe. It's going to be hard. Even if she hits the jack, it's okay. She could hit either one of the bowls and she's probably just going to stay. I don't know if I like that. Short was not the play there. Again, there's something, again, I'll draw my little thing. So if you have a bull here, let's say that's perfect for blocking. All you have to do is miss it and be here, and now you've given a wing bull, and that's what this is right here. Kelley could come right off of the half of this and shoot it across the head and get the bull or the jack here. Just needs to be like about a yard over. She could hit the inside of that bull and shoot it across the head, and that'd be enough.
Looks like she's taking some weight. She may be
1456.
she's gonna go by everything. That's too bad.
Yeah, just a little heavy there.
Mm-hmm.
Write down 11456.
Looks like we might be seeing this head again for one of our Hal heads. That's what my director Gary is saying. So I made a little note. So it's one for Janine. she'll extend the lead 13-4. If you want to know what the heck Gary was talking about, so Gary and I have put together a series of head readings we have on our Southwest Division YouTube channel. We have it in the subheading of How. We have an introduction and I believe 16 videos, even though I think it goes from 14, 15 to 17. So we have 16 videos, I think, up there as well as an intro. So if you are interested in that, I think the videos are anywhere just around the 3-minute mark as far as length. We set up the situation in the game, show you the head. You can pause it at your will, see what it is that you would do, and then play the video, and then you see the readings that I would do in that situation. Janine with very good jack control again here. She's been riding it. She's got 6 ends in a row to go out to a 13-4 lead. And it's had some really good adjustments. This is a pretty good first bowl. Just 2.5 feet short. A lot of room for Kelley. Kelley hasn't been played bad. I mean, you look at a 13-4 score and wonder, geez, what's wrong with Kelley? Not a thing. Janine's just been better.
She gonna get by her?
Yeah, both
No.
ladies with the same bull. All right. See if Janine can make yet another excellent correction.
This looks good.
It's just a little over bit.
Yeah.
She needed to add about
Good
a yard,
spot.
and she probably added about 3.
Good spot to be in.
Kelley just wants to beat her own. Her first one's almost in. She could even take a freckle more grass, and she's probably in for a shot with the same weight. But I think she'd be better off sticking with the same line and just trying to beat her own. Just get it away a little smoother.
Has a chance.
Just a little smoother.
Ugh.
Just, yeah, took a little more grass, but I think she took a little pace off of it. Yeah. So both bulls are kind of an optical illusion with the way the camera is, but basically they're at the same line. So I mean, it's like this is they're both at the. I didn't even draw a line straight. They're both at the same spot that way. Janine's switching hands here. Coming out of that bowl would be good. I just kind of faced it out. And each should be holding one. Kelley's going to have a look-see. Interesting here.
Kelley asking permission of the marker to come down. I believe Kelley only has 2 bulls down there, but asking permission of the marker is good when you need to. Just to take a little look.
Yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't be a terrible time to switch and just kind of come over to this clean hand. There's a little bit of danger on that hand. I mean, if anything, she could play the same hand and just add the weight. She just got to navigate both of these pairs of bowls. She can either go around to get in or get underneath, but she needs to pick one. Make sure she adds that yard or so. Yep, that works.
That did it.
That works. Very good. Very well done. She added the weight nicely. It's almost like she intentionally just tried to come heavy and narrow off that pile. I like it a lot.
So we had a request to show which end they're playing or to clarify, but we'll remind all of our listeners or our watchers that in a singles match, it's points.
Usually.
Well, yeah,
Definitely here.
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
In a singles match, at least in this tournament, it's points only. We're playing to 18 points. So the ends don't matter. If you were playing in what's called sets format, then you play to a given number of ends. But our tournament for the Southwest Open is played to points. I find sets play to be very difficult. It's so easy to you to find yourself behind and with no ends to catch up. Ketchup. Good for hot dogs and hamburgers.
So Janine tried to draw. I'm not sure if she was trying to promote her own, but she ended up hitting the jack and it's supposed to coming through, and she got part of the jack and kicked it over to Kelley. So Kelley's got a free draw here. If she could just slip her own or arrive on her own, she'll get to 3 here.
Ooh.
Pretty good effort.
Uh,
Pretty good effort. I think it's going to be close. Like Kelley's going to get it, I'm sure, at least 2 here. Now get her back on the board and break the streak. A 6-end run by Janine there. And 9 points to it after being tied 4-4. So they're getting the 2 out. Now let's their look at the third here. I don't know. To me, I understand the people that are good at the fingers. Maybe it's just me that I'm just not good at it. If I have any doubts at all, I'm just getting my tape out and just do it.
yeah, I think it's a good habit to get into. Also, if it's not clear, just get your tape and get it measured.
And usually I mean, here we had it's the last bowl delivered, but usually I got a reasonable idea as to whether, if nothing changes, what it would have been. Just 2,
Just 2.
but still a good 2 for Kelley. I think
This
Janine was probably trying to chip her own bowl in, it looked like, or take the jack back. Not a bad play. It was, kind of the risk reward there.
and Scott, while there are no time limits on these 18-point games, when you do play with time limits, taking time to use your fingers is just wasting time. And the smarter thing to do is to just get your tape out, get the measure done, and get on with the game
Yeah,
with time limits for sure.
yeah, I just never stood it myself either. I mean, it's one thing when you're in the middle of the game and it's like, you're playing. You really need to know because it depends what your shot
What
is.
shot
Like
it
I
is.
need to know this in order to decide what it is I'm going to do.
That is a fine time to do it.
Otherwise,
But the results of the end should be done quickly, or not quickly, but judiciously
crisply,
with crisply. Yes.
judiciously is a good word.
Yes. Get it done. Get the next end going.
All right, very different length here now that Kelley's won, breaking that 6-end streak. So she's gone near minimum length here and started with a beautiful opener and a didn't
There you
draw a
go.
toucher there. Beautiful shot. Great opener by Kelley. This would expected to see from the hometown gal. Janine wouldn't mind her taking a little stab, just trying to be a yard through, but she's maybe a foot through. It's all right. Well, same again here, Kelley.
That's right.
Change, nothing. Definitely no shorter. Don't be afraid of it.
Another lovely bowl.
Yeah, it looks good. Got the caterpillar working here. Yeah, very nicely done.
Beautiful.
Very nicely done there. And
Our next bowl might be wise to put one in back. Have to figure who you're playing against. Some players you would for sure. Others you don't worry about it.
yeah, with the fact that the jack is up, it's short, and that she's got a toucher, I'd be less, and the fact that I'm down 7, I'd be less concerned with the
Position bowl.
back. Yeah, not right now. Not when I'm feeling it, and I've got 2 that are just stunners. I'd just be trying it again. because odds are your opponent's going to try and stab, and you probably get half the time you get a back ball anyway. So
Yeah.
she's probably put a third one in there.
Looks like it.
Not quite as good as the first two, which were spectacular, but Janine's going to take a little run trying to get on the inside of that ball. Definitely three now. Now you might have to think about it for Kelley. Wouldn't be terrible just to, yeah, she's going to have a look.
Good
Don't
girl.
blame her. It's a good one to have a look at. She's definitely holding three. And here's the kind of the risk reward of it. Do you draw another one? It's just part of it is who you're playing. What kind of weighted shot does Janine have? If Janine's got a good one, then you better put one back. If you're not sure if they have a good one, then you might as well put a fourth one in. Personally, if it's me, I'd probably just trying to draw to that back bowl. Because I bet if I draw it in and just get underneath it, that'd probably be in the count and give me a back bowl anyways, something behind it. So basically, just to me,
Yes,
again, I think
to
you're
that
just trying to
part.
draw
Yeah.
to this bowl here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's just fine.
Nothing
That's
wrong with that. Yep.
nothing
You can
wrong
see
with
the
that.
tactics.
Yep.
Because you've seen Janine come with a little weight before. So, I mean, she's not, Giulia or Ann, but she's still got a pretty good heavy shot. All right, Kelley in good shape here, holding three. Now you're Janine. Do you try and draw, hoping to get a third shot? Or do you try and draw through that head, knowing that if you miss, you're probably down three for sure?
Looks like she's going for a little bit of a kill.
Yeah, looks like she's going to try and hit this thing.
Ooh.
Not far away. Oh, she
Doesn't
managed to
do
cut it
anything.
down anyways. Weird. She kind of had a glancing blow on the target, but yet because of the redirect,
You think she cut it down?
she definitely cut it down to two here.
Oh, okay.
She
I just can't see it.
pushed that third shot out of the rebound after it hit the two in front. But Kelley will get another two. Close the gap, 13-8 now. Playing to 18 points in this 2026 Southwest Open Women's Pairs Second Flight Semifinal. Brought to you by Hero Bowls USA. Just trying to keep you on your toes, Gary. You look like you were getting a little sleepy. Thank you very much, Arrow Bowls.
I want to say it. The same line every time.
There you go.
Thanks, God. I know I can.
Same line every time. All right. Well, this one, this is the problem with kind of going short is you're trying to finagle with the hog
tape.
line here.
Yeah, it's the tape. It's kind of hard to read it from the.
If there's any doubt, you need to
You
just
need
get
to at
the
least
tape.
walk over to the.
Well, they're just saying it's short, so okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll see again if that, again, the jack control or lack thereof is costly, just as Kelley was kind of getting on a roll there. Now I'm sure we're back to the Janine distance of a couple yards up and a couple yards short of the tee here.
Kelley's confidence may have improved though with those two successful ends, and so
I don't know what you're doing, Gary, trying to catch
I think
butterflies.
it's a fly.
Oh, we got a fly in the booth.
He's got himself laughing.
Okay, well, Kelley still goes first, and she has pretty good weight there. So if you do throw an illegal jack, then your opponent gets to set the mat and roll the jack, but then you still have to go first. See how Janine's first ball goes. This looks really good here. Well, you can tell this is Janine's distance.
Yep. 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 All right,
That's a
Kelley.
gobbling jack there.
A beautiful bowl.
All right, Kelley needs to probably add at least a couple feet here to give it a little
Alright.
stab and then finish behind. This is a good effort. I like
Yes, it
this.
was.
And the
Super
same thing
nice.
goes for Janine. She'd be good just to try and do it again. Definitely shorter if she can help it. Yeah. Well, she's putting in the back. That's something she won't have to worry about later now. See if Kelley, with a couple seconds, takes a little stab at this head here. Trying really hard. Very close second here. The interesting thing is it sets up kind of like a wing bowl now for both ladies, so that might be a race to see who can get to it because that bowl is just a little bit in front. So anybody that comes off it, there's a good chance it's going to redirect in. Janine's going to try and hit it from the other side, trying to push it out. Not a bad idea for her. Again, Janine was thinking I could come across and I could either get shot, hit the bull, or I could hit this bull and then rest it out and then sit. Kelley's the opposite. She's trying to come through and either push this bull up or come off it and into the head.
A little narrow.
Yeah, and this is a little on the narrow side with her fourth. All right, now Janine just needs to beat this bull here to get
2.
the second. So she should be on the draw. Pretty close here. Pretty close here. Yep, there it is. Come cross head, hit the bull, kind of face it out. Just a question of whether she moved it far enough. I don't know if she did. Got a little unlucky. And she kind of didn't quite hit it square enough to push it out far enough. She just kind of tipped it over a bit. And hers rolled the other way. But she's definitely going to get one here. All right, Janine's going to take the one. It's a good effort, though, to try and get two. So it'll be 14-8. Again, I hate to say it, but, Kelley missed her jack. And then it got Janine to play her distance, and she just put it right on it. And now Janine is, any end can be the last one because all she needs to get to 18. So she could put a four spot on, it's over. Now Janine might have done the same thing. She's pitched the jack out and she's given away her advantage. So now Kelley will try and do it to her distance. See, if Kelley were to throw an incorrect jack, then the jack automatically gets placed on the tee on the 2 meter mark, and then the first person, which would be Janine in this case, would get to put the mat wherever they want. But Kelley's keeping the mat back on that 2 meter mark on the delivery side, and is trying to go to the pretty close to the hog line here, I think. Trying to get a very short jack.
I don't know.
Oh, looks like it could be good. I mean, you think Becky would have said something? Yep. They're not even going to hesitate, so must be good.
Okay.
Janine's first. Looks like we have one final. So Ann Nunes has finished off the McSparran. So Ann Nunes will be back in yet another Southwest Open singles final. She'll play the winner of the Pat Binnie Giulia Gallo match. Giulia being the defending champion. But Pat has the lead right now, 7-4. All right, Janine a little bit through. Kelley not bad there. Just about a yard through, 4 feet. See, both these ladies can make the adjustment. Yeah, not as good the immediate corrections we've seen before from Janine, but still a correction. Second by Kelley. Yeah, just in almost the same exact bowl, holding 2, but still a lot of room. I think Janine got that away very smooth. It's kind of got a still wobbling down the green here. Yeah, not her finest. Shouldn't be in Kelley's way. She should be around that. She's thinking about it though, just be sure. Holding 2. She needs the extra grass anyway, so it might even help her as a visual. She should be around that pole. Might force her to take enough grass. But got to be around that. Yeah. Well around that. A little heavy. It's in all kinds of room here. About the loosest we've seen ahead at this point from these two ladies. Anything within 4 feet will get your shot here.
What can you tell there?
It might be in. I don't know. I mean, it's well off the center line, but not that bad on the weight. So we have Sheila, who's kind of up and down. She's walking to get us the updates on the scores. So I think Joanne's at 7, not 67. We'll go on a limb.
It's a pretty strong limb.
I don't know. It's a shaky branch. I'm guessing she just didn't delete the 6. It happens. So I'm guessing that one's 11 to 7 before everybody gets excited. All right. Here we go for Kelley. She's going to stick with that hand and take some more grass and just try and hug the last bowl and just kind of go between the 2. She has been playing this hand. Just drop the pace and you're in there. Yeah, this is good. A little touch in the jack for a win. Oh, very good.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Very good time to get that.
Absolute dagger there by Kelley Lacey. Might even got enough of a drag to get 2 or 3 out of it.
It has that look to it from here, but then a whale back.
And,
I'm looking at it out onto the green itself.
and just great control because a lot of people would see that bowl in front or even this bowl on the side and say, well, I'm not going to play this. I'm going to play the other hand. But she knew those 2 bowls weren't in her way, drew it right between the 2, and put it right in there. Just a great shot.
Go with the arm stuff.
Yeah, they've taken 2 out and they're going to look at the 3rd here. Just a great decision, great control, great confidence, and just an absolutely wonderful draw by Kelley Lacey there.
So they eyeballed it. Okay.
They've said 2, so it is 2, but still a great 2 for Kelley. So it cut into leads, 14 to 10 here.
All right. Kind of back to the beginning of the game where Janine was up 4. Kelley brought it back to 4-all. Way back when.
Yep. And now it's back to 14 to 10 after we've played 15 ends, but again, that doesn't really matter. We're playing to 18 points here. Again, we'll see Ann Nunes in the final playing either Pat Binnie or Giulia Gallo. Giulia looking to duplicate her title, to defend her title of the singles champion from last year. And Ann, who got the silver last year, is looking to, she's going to get at least that again this year. So if you haven't subscribed yet, highly recommend it. We're not sure exactly when that game's going to go off, but if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then you'll get a little bell that'll let you know when that match is started. If you want to see it, I know I would. Any chance you get to watch the former world champion Ann Nunes, it's worth the price of admission, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Well worth the cost of it.
All right, Kelley again with this little shortish jack here.
Yeah, a little longer, but
Yeah, she just kind of played it a little safe. It's a little more to the short medium range, but so she
it's
didn't have to
like a
worry
very
about it.
nice bull coming in.
Yep, pretty good opener here.
Lovely.
As somebody who plays at Laguna Woods and she lives here, not a lot of people get a chance to play on a carpet or something at this speed. So for those people who don't, I really like the idea of going short. A lot of people don't have that stroke. They're used to kind of going heavy or long. They have their natural stroke. A lot of people don't have a natural stroke that's short on a fast green. So I kind of like this as an advantage for Kelley, since she is very used to this speed. Janine, a couple yards through there, maybe 5 feet at most. Kelley just looking to beat her own here. It's probably Jack. No, a couple feet, about the same. It looks weird, doesn't it? On the screen, I would swear that was closer, but looking and eyeballing it on the green, and it's basically the same width. Janine just looking to drop a little of the pace here, or get it inside out. This bowl is okay. Didn't get a really good roll on it. Again, similar to that last one. She just kind of hit it on the outside of the bowl to push it up, as opposed to the inside of the bowl to push it out.
No need to change your hand.
Kelley might have to switch this time. It's not really worth the risk of trying to run into that bowl, given that she's holding. She's been playing a steady diet of that hand, but I don't think she might have to switch this time.
Oh, I'm looking at it from here, and of course the bulls are coming from the other direction. So the bull is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's switching.
When I look out onto the green itself, the physical.
Yeah, yeah. And Becky indicated they asked, and Becky indicated that she was holding. So nothing wrong with this to put one back. And she pretty good line, maybe a little narrow. All right. Becky said, our marker, Becky Rinaldi, saying she's asking. Trying to hear. All right, so basically one in a measure, but she was thinking that Janine's holding second. So Janine's going to play this other hand.
Looks heavy to me here, but and she
Needs
is.
to play through that bowl just a little high. I don't mind the weight, but you need to kind of be crosshead. So Janine, I think, should be trying to draw to hereish so that she could either push her own in or hit the inside of this bowl and push it out, or kind of sit or come back. Again, for the last one, if she hits the inside of the bowl, getting the ghost image, how's that going? If she hits the inside of the bowl, then her bowl will come in and that bowl will go out. So that's why there, but she ended up finishing over here when she really needed to be here.
Janine is getting a finger shake from Gary because she was standing in front of the camera.
Yeah, she threatened that she was going to come down in the head every time and block the view every single time. Yeah, I think Kelley's wise to be playing this hand. See if your weight's good here. She really kind of wants to match this bull, wouldn't be bad. It's just a little heavy on that hand. She's got two in the back. All right, again, I think Janine's shot is probably playing this hand again. And I think she either wants, like, say, with the yard over, probably be good. And with that weight, she could slip in, but then she's looking for contact, either on this to push it in or this bull to hit and stay and push it out. But she's going to go the other way. What do I know? Get the drag for three is also an option on this hand, or pushing that bull, but I mean, the option on this hand was to come into this bull and hit it from this side and push it out, or to pick up the jack and roll it into these and get for three. If she, again, if you would have seen, if she would have grabbed the jack and it's here, then she'd be having three. But as it is, she went through the gap there. That's why I kind of like the other hand, because you had, a jack and then a bull and then a bull, and it was more like this. It was going to be hard to get through. Going this way is a little bit more of a hole that you could find. So we got the one out. Kelley's going to score again. And they're going to measure the second one. This measure brought to you by Arrow Bowls USA. Thank you, Arrow Bowls, for your sponsorship. Two it is for Kelley.
All right.
Arrow Bowls.
Mm-mm.
Same line
Every
every
time.
time. All right, so that'll make it 14-12. Good game here. Playing 18 points. We've got 6
Absolutely.
ends.
It was looking a little bleak there for a while. Kelley stuck on that 4.
Yeah, 6 ends, streak in a row. But now Kelley's won 4 of the last 5, outscoring Janine 8-1 during that time. She's going back to her distance here. And this is what I would expect from somebody playing at their own club, is to know the distance that works for them there, because they get the chance to practice it all the time. And she's very much put the mat on the tee or very close to it and try and go minimum length. Again, on a very fast green or faster than the norm that people play in, this is the strategy I would do. If my green was an 8 or 9 second green, then what I'd be doing is going tee to tee, and that's what I'd be practicing, because not a lot of people have that stroke. But here on a fast green, trying to go very short, I think, is the way to go. A little more medium, I think, this time. So let's see how this works out for the ladies. Not bad. Not bad. But definitely room for Janine to get in there. Yeah, a little heavy there from Janine. Again, kind of a new distance. We haven't really seen this distance. See who can make the adjustment first. Kelley with a nice pull here, just gonna strip by.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if Janine can do it again with her in that 6 in sweep that she had. That was what she was doing. The first ball was kind of there, but she'd made a great adjustment her second. See if she can do it here.
I would say
Answer,
he made
yes.
the adjustment.
Answer, yes. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Very nice. All right, Kelley. Two bulls about 4 feet through, yard through. See if she can take that yard off. Find the middle line here. Oh, it's an overcorrection. But she's got it triangulated. Interesting. Janine, really, I don't think it's in her way. She could really play it again. I think she's going to. Good for her. She should be around that bowl with pretty much ease. Just need to have discipline and just say you're going to do it again and just not worry about it. Very good here. Yeah, that's probably in for 2. Well, Kelley needs one pretty badly here, because Janine's got another bull to come, and she's 4 away from the win and holding 2 right now. It really put her in a lot of trouble. Kelley does have it triangulated now. He just needs to find the middle of the triangle. Oh, Kelley's got to slip that bowl. I think it needed a little more pace anyways. I think she adds a yard, she's right in there.
Yeah,
And then it
I
would have
agree.
slipped it.
Mm-hmm.
And looking to see if she might have cut it down to 1, but it's definitely 1 for sure for Janine. And Janine, again, should show the discipline. Stay with the same hand. If anything, take a touch more grass to make sure you don't get hit in those front 2 bowls. Just a sliver more and keep that same weight. Just enough to slip around these bowls. Just needs to beat that front one. Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
She had a free ride into
Can't
the
make the
head.
free throw there. Just needed to get within the 4
Mhm.
feet. She would have had another point. All right, they're taking the 1 out for sure. I'll eyeball that second one. Or get the fingers out for the second one. And lo and behold, we'll get the tape anyways.
Yep.
Is there a measure? This measure brought to you by Arrow Bowls USA. Same line every time. Thank you again for your sponsorship, Arrow Bowls. You're getting your money's worth in this one. I think I deserve a raise. I demand a 100% increase in my salary.
Okay.
Done. Approved. Did we come to an agreement that it was 1?
Just the
Looks
one.
like it. 1 for Janine. She creeps ever closer to the magic 18. It goes up 15 to 12 now. 3 points away. Both ladies kind of missed an opportunity there. Kelley had an opportunity to, I think just another yard and she would have had it.
Mm-hmm.
She would have slipped in that triangle. And I think for Janine, she could have done the same thing and just added that yard, and then she would have been got another one. Got some other good matches going on. I think we have in that third flight, we have Joan and Inger having a good one, 13 to 12 there. Nancy and Mary, 9-7, also in the third flight. And the winner of this game will play either Susie Houston or Joanne Hedgebeth in the second flight final. That looks like another good game going on there, another 3-point game. And it looks like Giulia Gallo's climbed back against Pat Binnie to close that to 10 to 9. All right, Janine back to her distance of kind of going a couple yards up from the mat and a couple yards short of the tee, but she's a couple yards short with her bowl. If Kelley can figure this out. Pretty good opener here by Kelley.
Yep. Yep.
A couple feet through. And I've played more than a few singles games in my career, and that's one of the things I've found is that some people that just get like both of these ladies have done, but part of it is just knowing when it's working for you or not. And so, are you winning the ends or not? And I don't know if Janine's been winning as much as she had early on, but it's something I always keep an eye on because I've had people that just stuck to their distance, and I've won matches because they just kept putting it right where I liked it. They just kept putting it in that same distance, and they just weren't thinking about because it's just what they practiced or what they played or what they wanted to do. But I was playing it better than them, and so I just kept. It's like if I win one, and then they get it and put it in the same spot, and then I win and win. So kind of have to keep your eyes open on things. But Janine with the great second, Kelley
What
with
a
the
bowl.
great second. Oh, and
Kelley,
it
look at that.
fell against the bias in for shot.
Wow.
Little witchcraft there
Yes.
to take shot. Let's see what Janine asks what the count is. Down 1, doesn't believe it. Wants to demands a recount. I don't know. Look at to press her own or press that one out
Wow.
and see if she gets a roll. Nope, hers didn't fall over. So Kelley's still got 1 here, and she's got to be very careful. So Kelley does have the back bowl, which is good. She does have the shot, but she's got to worry about this bowl here and this bowl here. Yeah, I don't mind her taking a look-see. Good idea, Kelley. Very smart. The main thing is not to touch this bowl. So it would be great to have one around this. I mean, I think the target would be to get one on her bull here. Well, sorry, her bull here. Yeah, that bull here. That's where I think what the target is to get to. Going this way might be the safest, but she really likes this hand and she could probably get around it. She just cannot touch this, especially with it being on the running surface. But I think the goal is to just kind of come right to that bull there. Okay. Well,
It
didn't
is.
really do much, but didn't hurt anything either.
Nope. A little scary coming down on that hand with
And I
that
think
one bull out in front.
I think Janine's ideal target is this bull. If she could come across the head and get to that bull, she'd be sitting 2 or 3.
She's trying.
That's gonna fall in for shot. What a draw! What a draw! Ooh, beautiful bull there.
I don't know if Kelley does any overweights, or she'd have to be careful because she could drop the game completely if she knocked her own out.
Yeah, I think she doesn't want to come on this hand. I don't think that'll be good because she could be
Right. So I would think she wants to
pushing
try to
some of
get
these. She'd be
it.
better off. I mean, if she's got a weighted shot, she'd be sliding underneath here and trying to get to that shot bull. Maybe even hit the jack and have it go this way would be good. But she could lose the whole thing here if she's not careful. She doesn't want to come this way and hit her own out because she could hit
Correct.
this bull, it goes, and then that goes.
Yeah,
And that would be
exactly. So
shaking hands.
this is just she's
Part of it
going.
is, yeah, well, that's the hand she's playing. She's got to be careful. Doesn't want to hit that blue one. Don't want to hit this blue one. Don't want to hit this blue one. Okay. Well, I don't know if she was trying to just do the draw because I mean, even if she hits this green one, then she pushes that in for shot, or
Mhm.
rather another shot.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was I don't know. Part of it is, can you play one heavy enough to come underneath here? If you don't have that, then maybe it is just trying to get a draw in, and maybe that's all she was trying to do. I'm not in her head. As we said before, if I knew what women were thinking, I wouldn't be doing this. All right, one more for Janine. She creeps ever closer. So it's 16 to 12 now. She's 2 away from the match. And pretty good jack control here again. Going kind of on the longer side. It looks like we have a final in the third flight with Inger Benson beating Joan Robbins 18-14. So Inger will be in the third flight final, playing either Nancy Santos or Mary Spiess. And the winner of this match will be facing either Joanne Hedgepeth or Susie Houston for the second flight final. Or all right, Jeannie again back to her distance. See if she can. Has some beautiful bulls here. It was really tough when somebody's dropping them in like this. Janine's been
Very
making her
nice
living on
try.
making her living in adjustment, and no adjustment needed on that one. I think maybe Kelley should have gone the other way here.
She has pretty much exclusively played the same side of the rink through
Yeah,
this game.
I think that's been driving what shot she's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be a good time to figure it out here, and she'd have 4 shots at it. Well, she could make multiple adjustments to it. Janine just needs 2 for the win here. Just looking to come into her own, no shorter. Little pop is good. Yep, she's holding the match now.
Just about have to change hands, Kelley.
Yeah, again, if she would have switched earlier, then she'd have it. she'd have at least a look at it. She's, I think, thinking about it now. All right. Here's here we go. Let's see what it looks like she is switching over. Yep. Lays out much better here. So this is, I think, the proper play. And she's not far away here. Yeah, pretty good opener on that side.
Yep. Now she can just hone in the weight and take the shot. As I like to tell everyone, it's the just part that's so hard. Just adjust your weight. Just take more grass.
All right. See if Janine's going to put another one in there or find the back, which I think could be better. Yep. So she's got a third one in there now. I'm pretty close, needing 2 for the win. Kelley can't, it's got to at least cut this down to 1, but she does have good position behind. If she can, this is a whole different game if she can pick up that jack, or is she just going to try and see if she can draw and get shot or cut it down? I don't think she's going to be under the pile here.
No. Little gust of wind there.
Right. Well, I think Janine would be well served to just put one all the way in the back. She's switching hands, and I think that's what she's doing. Just stay the heck away from the head, get it all the way behind. Don't cross the center line and move the jack. Just come to the back here. Come to that bowl or just past it. This is very well done. Smart play. She can't go down 3 now if Kelley hits that jack. Well, Kelley's tournament's on the line right now. She needs to, at the very least, cut this down to 1 or she's done. She had really good weight on the last one. It wouldn't be enough. She just needed a little more grass. She is trying very hard here.
Very hard.
Trying
She may
very
do it.
hard here. Oh, just a little heavy. Just a little heavy. So Janine's going to get 2 here, really 3, but 2 is all you can get. And so she'll finish with an 18-12 victory over Kelley Lacey.
Good game, gals. Good
But
game.
both ladies played very well. And a thank you to Becky Rinaldi for marking.
Yep.
My director, the voice in my ear, is saying that we're going to stay here. And we're going to shift over 1 rink and try and give you the end of the we're even putting our live stream logo. Brought to you by Gary Barnes. So we're gonna go over to the Pat Binnie Giulia Gallo championship flight semifinal, which is 1 rink over.
And what is the score in that game right now, Scott?
Well, they just finished an end, but before this end was over, it was Pat 10, Giulia 9.
I can't read this. I see.
But
Okay, so that score is going to change.
so then they just put something up on the board. Well, it's fine, Steve. It looks like Pat scored on that end, so she's extending her lead. So again, so congratulations to Janine Maddock. So she'll advance to the second flight final against either Joanne Hedgesmith and Susie Houston. Again, we have this little bug in the corner where you see Sheila Conti's kind of going up the road to give us updates on the scores. I think the guys are moving the cameras. Gary's moving the cameras to go behind that green, so we can get a little better
up
view
in that
here.
game, but no. Sorry, yeah.
Janine did a little flyby and says she needs to practice short jacks. Yes,
Yes.
agree. All right. Try and move the cameras around so as Gary is moving everything around here.
I just watched Pat Binnie put in a decent first bowl.
Yep.
Can't tell what the distance is, but
See if I can get something. Yeah, you could just at least make out the head while we're trying to get our camera situated here.
mm-hmm.
The end of this game, is that what it
Mm-hmm.
goes to? Switching for the next game, are we, or is it just at the end of this game?
I don't know. I was going to suggest that they switch for the whole thing. Need to talk to Ann and see what she wants. Maybe switch everything now, then we can just switch it, leave it there as opposed to let it set.
We hope you can still hear us. Try to keep you informed.
All right, we're still adjusting our cameras and we're trying to figure everything out. Trying to move everything over so we can bring you the last of this game. And we'll also try and see what the score is. Know that Pat Binnie was up 10-9 before scoring on the last end, but we're not sure how much. And it looks like Giulia's currently holding one here.
No. It's okay.
Is our camera up yet?
Yeah, I mean, at least we've got the one on the far side. So Giulia's going to put her in a second here. So again, the Ann Nunes has already won her match over Dee McSparron to make it into the championship match. So she'll face the winner of this for the title of the singles championship this year between either Pat Binnie or Giulia Gallo. Giulia, the defending champion. But I think Pat has a narrow lead at the moment. It's a little heavy with those. Giulia's definitely holding one, maybe two. Not sure about that front one. All right. Giulia looking to get a bonus draw in here. Not far away. Just wants to be inside that back bowl. Just inside is enough. And she's done it. In for at least two, maybe three.
Well, two came out. Two it is.
All right. Looks like based on what the score was, it should be Pat 12, Giulia 11. It's like Giulia's bringing them out pretty much all the way up here.
That is some fine jack rolling on this green that is so fast and so easy to roll that jack right into the ditch. But
Yeah, pretty good control there by
yeah,
Giulia.
absolutely.
So it keeps changing.
I'm trying to see if we can get our camera controls again. We're trying to move everything on the fly here. And with the map being up, we're trying to get everything situated. So Giulia's first bowl is just maybe at most a yard through here.
Yeah, it's hard. Want me to turn the camera on a little bit? Because we're shooting at an angle here. But I can move the camera. Physically move the camera. No, I think it's all right. The horizon is pretty straight here.
All right, Pat, a little short there. Might force Giulia over. Probably could be right in the draw line there.
No, we're gonna stay here for the next game. Okay.
Yeah, Giulia's going to switch over to forehand here.
Bonus content.
She was a little heavy on the last, but she's overcorrected here. Right, you can see Pat needs at least 4 feet here, I think. We kind of got everything at a little bit of an angle because we were geared up for the other rink, but doing what we can here. Pretty good using that as a wing bull there to push her right in for shot.
Just wave goodbye to Kim Davis, who came up to help Mark. Kim is from the Coronado Club, and she is off to Portugal on Saturday. Nice of her to find the time to come up and help Mark.
All right, Giulia now definitely down one. Needs a jack or bull shot here. Just arriving, playing it through, not far away. Very nicely done.
A shot.
Very nicely done. Seen her make a lot of those shots over the last week. I probably is going to send Pat over to the same hand. Probably trying to play a similar shot. Down one, trying to go jack or bull here.
Yep. She could pull 3 out of this. The right weight and right jack movement.
Kind of got a little wrecked there.
Mm-hmm.
Giulia's going to have a look-see. Oh, well, we usually the speed of the carpet. The other question is how fast it is. The time is about 15. I think it's running about 15 seconds right now. So I think I've seen this anywhere from 14 to maybe 16 and a half. But I think it's probably running about 15 today.
That's something we could do while we reposition the camera. Speed of the green.
Yeah, all right.
I am volunteering to do that. Gary wants to know if I'm volunteering to do that.
I guess we're going to do that in between. We'll have our national umpire in chief try and get an official speed for you all. Julie looking to draw another one. I think she really would like to target that bull. Would be
Oh
good.
boy.
Just really wanted to be underneath and get to that bull, but She might have another one in the count. Again, it's just because of the fisheye with the camera. You can see Pat trying to eyeball between these two bowls as to which one's closer. So not another bowl in the head at the very least for Giulia, but she's not going to go down 3. But Pat's still got a 2 here if she can come through and drag the jack or hit potential. That'd be 2 if she hits the bowl and sits. If she gets a little movement, it should be 2.
Oh, is that a Giulia bull back here in the far back? Yeah, I
Yeah, it's
guess it
Julia's
is.
bowl's way in the corner here towards us.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking was
Yeah, Pat's
Pat's. All
got
right.
2 short on the other
Mm-hmm.
hand.
Okay.
Well, there's Pat. Yeah, didn't quite get it there. Kind of hung it out a little bit, but so it should be all tied at 12 now.
Mm.
Playing to 18 points in this 2026 Southwest Open Women's Singles Championship semifinal. I think you'll see Giulia come up again. Because as soon as she found out she was on the camera, she said, I'm going to make it hard for Steve. Steve's got to earn his money. Maybe she thinks you were falling asleep over there, Steve. Look at how little the eyes are getting heavy. So heavy. If I was trying to use the Bowls USA equipment, no, that would have been tough. Trying to get that Bowls USA equipment and get it right and move everything, it's very difficult to do. The Southwest stuff with having these guys is great. All right. Giulia managed to get her jack in. Good bull there. Nice opener. Probably jack high. Again, it's just because of the angle of the camera. Nice try by Pat. Just a slight miss. Both ladies with good bowls in the head here.
I'm going to go find the paperwork I need to do the conversions for the speed of the green. And so I will check in with you all later. Been great announcing with you, Scott. Thank you so much for inviting me into the booth. Always appreciated.
Well, thanks very much for being here, Mel.
Sure. Bye bye, everyone.
Okay. Mel is off, and I'll be sure to get the word from her when she does the official measurement. She loves being an umpire and all the things that go with it. So I think the ITO training and now trying to do the measuring the speed of the green. I think now that she's learned this stuff, it's like a kid in a candy store. All right. Pat was a little heavy with her last, so I think Giulia still holding the one. Trying to get one in here. Again, we'll see the winner of this match against Ann Nunes. Yeah, nice bowl by Giulia. Probably getting in for 2 there. All right, Pat really needs to kind of get a draw in here. Trying really hard. Oh man, nice effort. Just slides around. So Giulia should be holding 2 here. Pat's other bowl is on the bank. So you see 5 there with the 6 being up on the bank. And each lady has 1 more to come. And this game to 18 is now 12-12, so 6-point difference. First to get 6 now will win it and go to the final against Ann Nunes. Giulia looks like she's got another really good bowl here. Very nicely done. I think she's got the mat up about halfway, which again is not something a lot of people do, but that's one of the things that Giulia practices and excels at and then plays. Pat was up early in this match, but Giulia's climbed all the way back into it to tie it now. Looking at some of the other scores, let's see. Ingrid Benson has won her 3rd flight semi. She'll play the winner of Nancy Santos and Mary Speece, which is at 16-9 now. And in the other 2nd flight, we saw Janine Maddock just finish beating Kelley Lacey. And then play the winner of the Joanne Hedgefest Susie Houston match. And Susie's sitting on 16 right now, 16-13 there. Giulia would love to get a 3 here, but Pat could get a 3 herself if she could pick up that jack and drag it. Wouldn't be bad to play it on the positive here. Yeah, which is what she played with the weight, but maybe a little too much weight. I think she had better served. I think her goal was to try and get this kind of weight, and if she picks the jack up clean and drags it to here, that's 3. Or even hits that bull and sits for 1. But I'm pretty sure she's going to give up 3 here. Again, is a case where we don't have a board because we have it on the other rink, but we'll try and watch close to see what Pat does. She's got 2 out. I think this one was in the whole time. Giulia wants the 3. It is 3. So just like that, Giulia gets to 15. So 15-12 now. So Giulia, any end can be the last one. She just needs 3 points. I just saw Susie Houston walk by. Yep, she's finished off her match. She's defeated Joanne Hedgepeth. So she'll be in the 2nd flight final against Janine Maddock. That'll be one of our matches that we'll see. Or rather, that'll be going on. But we're going to be broadcasting the championship match between Ann Nunes and the winner of this game. I think Nancy Santos has also won her match over Mary Speece. So Nancy Santos and Ingrid Benson will be playing in the 3rd flight final. You can see Millie in the background there, getting her measurements ready to go. She's like a kid in a candy store, isn't she? She learned a few things. It's just like, wow, this is so fun. Just the passion that she has for it, and it's just great. All right, Julie's bringing the mat up about halfway again. She's kind of a nice little run here. She's 3 points away from going to another final. Whoa. Nope. In it is. So the jack's a little too heavy. So because of that, illegal jack. It'll be Pat's turn to. Pat will get to place the mat and roll the jack. That just barely crept in there. And I'm sure she's going to pull that back probably near the tee, the 2 meter mark. She'll be pretty close to that. Let's see what kind of length that Pat's been wanting to do. I would guess something on the longer side. Yep. Just a couple yards short. So this is kind of a medium long here. But Giulia will go first. It's like a pretty good opener here. Really nicely done. Jack high there. Needed 3 to win. And Pat with a good effort there. Just maybe about 4 feet through. Giulia probably looking to do it again or just slip around behind this bull. Another one in there. Very nicely done. That's 2. I think Pat would be. Doesn't want to overcorrect. You really don't want to be short here. You're much better off being through, if anything. Through gives you a chance. Short is just getting in your own way. So probably just if you could just think taking off a yard, that wouldn't be a bad thought. Nice try. Pretty good effort there. Just need a little more grass. A very good weight. All right, Julie looking to probably either fill the back or put a third one in. Oh, don't be heavy and narrow, Giulia. Well, she sold in 1. She went from 2 to 1. But again, you don't want to be heavy and narrow when you're holding. Pretty deadly. And she at least keeps the 1 here. But I think she really wanted to just that weight very good for what she was trying to do. She just happened to pick up the jack and she didn't want to. She'd have been better off with a little more grass, I think. And Pat can afford to, she's down 1. She probably switch over here. Pat had been there's 1 to here and 1 to here. Probably see her switch over and kind of attack this bull or jack here, and she's got the catcher here, and is pretty well protected. So, and she could even come off this bull or push it in. So she's got a lot of options on this hand with some weight. Ooh, that's needed a little more pace, I think, to get the shot she wanted. Don't know if she pushed another one in for Giulia. It's hard to tell from her angle whether this bull's second or this bull's second. I have to adjust my thinking. This bull or this bull? There we go. One of those is second. Don't know which. Oh, Gary's gonna realign the matrix for me. Thank you, sir. My brain can't convert. I think, see Giulia trying to find this bull. I think she'll play this hand, even if she can hit this one. I mean, they probably draw weight or a couple feet through, no more than this. Enough of that to draw clean would be shot. If she can hit this bull or hit this one, that'll go out or this will go up to get her 2. Just needs to flop in. It's not a flopping, but good weight. It's really caused havoc for Pat too. Pat had a line to the bull now. Now I don't know if she does. I don't think, it could be. It's one for sure for Giulia, but I don't know if it's three. I could see it being two. Pat's got an interesting choice here. She doesn't want to lose this bull in the back. Really doesn't want to lose this one. So I think that one's either second or third. If that one goes, then she's done, I think, because the other three are in. But she really wants to try and get shot. I think she's coming to go on the forehand here and see if she can either hit her own up or hit the shot bull through. I think she's trying to hit this or this. I don't want to do that either. Wow. That was the danger on that hand, too. She had danger to hitting on. Again, this is the upside of for putting a lot of bowls in the head. They keep getting pumped up, but Marker Mary Thompson hasn't given up the game, so Giulia's thinking it's three. If it's three, I think it's over, unless my math is off.
Take your shoes off.
I think Giulia keeps saying three. Is it three? She's just gonna take the one, and then they're looking. I never got a clean look.
Oh, it's just one.
Oh, unknown. I could see it being two. Everybody's watching here, and everybody can know except for me. It's a secret. All right, I'm gonna go look. So it is one. So it's 16 to 12 on the board. Pat was the one that put it up, so it must be right. I think we have all the other games are finished now, so all the other matches are done except for this one. You'll see Millie at a distance. She's trying to measure the speed, and I think getting a Tony Santos to give a hand. All right, Giulia with a pretty solid first pull. Pat with a little heavy and narrow, a little unfortunate rub of the jack. Giulia a little heavy here. Not too bad though. I think she would have preferred to adjust the other way, but being behind is not really a problem. That really needs to start getting some bulls in the head. Giulia's really been out bowling her since we've gone to the game here, and her 12-11 lead evaporated quickly. And Giulia's staring down the barrel of making it to the finals, 2 points away. All right, so here's Pat wants to beat that bull in front. Just sliding by. And I think Giulia's still holding two now. Still holding two, I believe. And Giulia, I think, would pretty set up pretty nicely in the back, so I think she's just going to try and drop a yard off her last one and see if she can get one close here. On a shot here. Just took off a little too much, but that should be in for a count. Maybe about 4 feet through. Get a little bit of wind to the players' backs now, almost directly behind them. See if Pat can just come around between those bowls. Trying hard here. Oh, unlucky. Just turned a little too much. I don't know if she cut it down to 1. Hard to say, but she's still down. All right, Giulia needs to be in between the weights. Is good time for a Goldilocks bowl here. Too hot and too cold. Need to get one just right here. Went just behind the jack. Trying to will it in. She's not far away. Not far away at all. Very good there. That should be holding the match here. Definitely 2 in. Pat's trying to get an idea of what it is that she needs to do in order to get one in here. She does have a nice little wall. I mean, she had been playing this hand, so she can afford to be a little narrow. Not a lot narrow, but she can afford to play with weight and have it come off of this wall and come in. Even hitting any of these bowls to cut it down to 1 would be good and keep her alive. But she's got to beat those 2 bowls or this match will be over. And Nunes again waiting in the wings for the winner of this one. And yet another Southwest Open final for her. But here's Pat trying to see if she can get one in here and break this streak of Giulia's. Needs to be on the other side of this bowls. Here we go. See if she can get the rebound. Yep, there it is, right where to get in for shot. Nice bowl by Pat. Had that wall there she could make use of, and she did to get one. Badly needed. Was facing defeat there. So now it's 16-13. All right, we've lost the camera again. Gary's going to go back and see if he can get it, figure out what's wrong. All right, Gary's trying to work on getting the.
Just mysteriously came back by himself.
He's, I think, unplugging and replugging it. So Pat's gonna go think long here. A quick switch to see if we've got it back. We do not. You want to try and pan the picture-in-picture? Yeah, this is okay too. And Gary's walking back, so I'm going to look. We do not have it.
Is it working now?
I can trying to show it to you from a distance. Giulia's right next to the jack there. Pat came up a couple yards short. Here we go. There you go, Steve. All right, that gives a good view. Pretty good bowl there by Pat. So Melanie did the official reading of the green speed. It is 14 exactly, she says. So for those asking, it is 14. All right. Pat's holding. Giulia trying to see if she can chip that ball out. Nope. I'm going to check the camera again real quick. Nope. Yeah, Pat's holding. She's no more than a foot behind there. I think she's going to be a little short with this one. Yep. Going to switch. Yep, we got it now. We're back. Gary seems to have found the problem. Do you want me to leave it here, Steve? I'm going to go back to either view until you're ready to adjust. So at least we could see the head. Giulia trying to, oh, she kind of got wrecked. You ready to, do you want to try and adjust it? There we go. All right, there you go. All right, well done, guys. So you can see Pat holding one currently. Looking for Giulia's third. I think she tried to go jack her bowl around. She tried to go around and, oops, tried to go around and it drifted into the ditch. So it's sitting over here on the bank. Pat looking to get a second one in here. I think she switched hands. Gonna go forehand and try and come around to here, I think. Pretty good effort. Just a little heavy. And it goes in the ditch as well. So Giulia's got her last bowl. She's got second shot already. I just don't know about the angle, whether she's got third, and that's what she's probably looking at here. If this one beats this one, then she could come after this bowl, get rid of it, and then she'd be holding the match. And that might be what she's looking at. Because the danger is if she comes this way and plays the jack or bull shot and hits the bull, great, hits a jack, but she doesn't want to hit this one and hit that in. And if she goes with full weight and happens to hit this bull, then it's probably going to go away and it won't really matter. It's not going to do anything. It'd be very unlucky for that to happen. So I think she might be setting up just to try and take that bull out if she's got a line to it. We'll see. The other alternative is, again, just trying to jack or bull shot, or of course, a pure draw. Yeah, so she's going on the forehand, trying to play with a little weight. I think coming across the head, see if she can hit her own or hit the jack or the bull. And, ooh, just enough of the jack. Just ticked the jack and moved it closer to hers. I don't know if she put it in for shot or not. Again, that was one of the other options. Very interesting. That might be an interesting one to look at later. I think she got just enough of that to push it in. Yep, she got one. She's got the mat. So Giulia turns that head over. I think she was looking for either the jack through or preferably hit the bull out. If she hits the bull, then she wins. But she managed to get just enough of the jack to flick it over to her own for one. Good read and a good bowl by Giulia. So Double G is a point away. She just needs to win one end, and then she'll be in yet another final against Ann Nunes for the singles title. She's got the mat up a little bit, but she's a little shorter with the jack than she had been doing. So let's see if it should be okay. I think lengthwise looks all right. But she's given Pat a chance to have a look-see and see if she thinks it's long enough. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit on the shorter side. All right, Giulia just needs one more point. But Pat really only needs 5. She needs to get 5 before Giulia gets any, and she'll win it. Giulia with a great opener, though. Just picking up the jack for her front toucher. Just an absolute dagger there. So Pat's going to try and she could try and outdraw it, or she could try a little jack or bull shot. I mean, she cannot. That bull cannot stay. You have to. She has to get points. Her back is totally against the wall here. Doesn't matter if she gives up a 3 or 4. She just cannot give up any more points. This is a pretty good effort there. Trying to chop it loose. I think Giulia probably be wanting to go behind. Again, trying to get another bull in the head. Not anything short so that you give your opponent a wing bull to use. Just something behind. No jack movement. This is very nice. Yeah, that's good there. That'll protect, also protecting in case there's jack movement that way. It could, her bull could pick it up. So that's good, really good position there. I think we'll see Pat try it again. Yeah, almost the same bull. And Giulia's got a couple options. I wouldn't be surprised if she put one all the way in the back. That wouldn't be a bad thought. She just needs one. And she just really seems to like this forehand, so she's just sticking with that hand. Yep, that's what she's done. She's putting it all the way behind, just covering the tee in case Pat just tries to drive. Again, Giulia needs one and only 1 point. And she's holding 2 at the moment. In very good position. That is running out of bowls here. I think it's going to be too high again. Now I think Giulia might want to come around between those 2 bowls that you just see there. Keeping it nice and high. In fact, probably the target, if it was me, I'd be targeting right here on that bowl. Just something, you don't want to touch anything here. Just come all the way around to here or in this general area is probably good. But she's just opting to draw another one. All right. Well, she's put that one in. I mean, Pat gives her a little help if Pat wants to come this way and she could come off that bowl and in. I don't know if she's going to do it. Probably just going to stick with what she's done. Just see if she can hit that bowl or jack. All right, this is it. Pat's got to have this or it's over. Trying a little more weight here. Yeah, nice try. So Giulia Gallo will win this one, 18-13. So she'll face Ann Nunes in a rematch of last year's championship. And we will be back in a short while. Oh, Gary's writing a note for me. All right, so right now it is 2:11 at the bottom of the hour, 2:30. In about 20 minutes, we're going to have the final, that championship match. So we'll be on then. So for Gary Barnes, Steve Narmontes, Sheila Conte, Joe Narmontes, and everybody with Southwest Bowls, thank you for watching. We'll be back in 20. So long.